Hey, Rain here. Today's yet again another build showcase, and it's the Kuva Shildeg. Today I'm going to show you two builds. So, let us immediately start. The first build is the melee exposure build. The mods I'm using here, we have Condition Overload. This is a must-have. Melee damage per status type. Prime Reach for range, also a must-have. Blood Rushing, Weeping Wounds for a lot of stat chance and kill chance per combo multiplier. Prime Fever Strike for Toxin, Vicious Frost for Cold and Stash Chance, Cold, Toxin, gives you Viral, Berserker's Fury for attack speed, a lot of it, and Galvanized Steel for Cruel Chance, Cruel Damage. And that's it. These are the mods. For the Action Weapon Adapter, it's going to be any Tennokai, it's all up to you, depends which Tennokai you have. I will recommend this one. For the Arcane Melee Exposure and Ability Cast, you gain Corrosion Damage from melee strikes for 25 seconds, stacks up all the way up to 240, which is a lot of increased damage, and free corrosion damage. That's the Arcane. For the Element, for the exposure setup, you can do electricity, you can do heat. Yeah, something like that, between those two. The stats, the attack speed is below average. With it, Berserker's Fury is going to be much higher. Range is above average. Combo duration is average. Follow through is one of the worst. 40 is horrible. Riven Dispo is horrible, I will not recommend. Cruel Chance is good, Cruel Damage is good, Stat Chance is okayish, and Total Damage is good. Overall, the stats are okayish. Except for the follow through. This is horrible. These are the stats, the mods, the arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the second build. And the second build is the melee influence build. Of course, melee influence. This is a must-have if you want to have a good clear. Remember, this weapon has a 40 follow through, outdated stance that hasn't been touched. It does have good stats over here, but when it comes to clearing, it's horrible. It's just really bad. So melee influence it is. The mods we have here, you're going to remove Prime Fever Strike, Vicious Frost for Shocking Touch for electricity, and Gion's Elementalist for status damage and status chance. And that's it. These are the mods. For the Action Weapon Adapter, it's still going to be any Tennokai. I will recommend this one yet again. Arcane, instead of melee exposure, it's going to be melee influence. Electricity status effect, which we do have right over here. Even the Kuva element. 20% chance for Elemental Status Effect to apply to every enemy at 3 meter radius for 18 seconds. This is going to help you out a lot with clear. That's the Arcane. And for the stats, instead of Corrosion, Viral, Electricity, it's going to be pure Electricity. And there you go. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane. And now it's time for me to show you these two builds against the units. Alright, let's start. This is the melee exposure build. I'm going to spawn level 205, Steel Path, or Committed Dudes. No buffs. We need to spam some abilities to get melee exposure stacks. Poof, poof, poof. There it is. 240 increased corrosion damage. We have Viral, Corrosion, Electricity, Puncher / Impact. A lot of status effects for Conditional Overload. Now we need to get some combos, some stacks. So you won't be doing much. There we go. 1, 2, 3 stack keys. There we go. Combo 7, 8. Follow through. Remember, 40 is horrible. For single target DPS, doesn't really matter. But for clear, really bad. There we go. We need to get some stack keys on this guy. Goodbye. We lost melee exposure. There we go. Let me respawn these units yet again. There we go. Now you're going to hit it really hard. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. 3.8. Oof. Huge damage. There we go. He's spinning. 1 million. Yeah. Not the greatest clear, but it has a lot of damage. That's the first build. Influence. Everybody knows influence. There it is. Spawn the exact same units. Need to get some stack keys, some combo. When you proc electricity, there is a chance to spread it in a 3 meter radius, as you can see. Everybody's getting electrocuted. Oof, oof, oof. 20 orange crit. Thank you, follow through. I saw 49 orange crit. Let me show you again. We have the combo now. The follow through is horrible. It's truly bad. But yeah, it's an influence build. It works. Really good at clearing. Once you add some buffs, it's going to be even better. But there you go. Those are two builds. Now it's time for me to show you the influence build against steel path enemies. So, let's go. And we're in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies at the Void, Steel Path, Orc Middle Dudes, all of that stuff, you know. I'm going to show you this build. Metal Exposure. I don't feel like using it here. Doesn't have the clear, doesn't have the follow through, so I have to use Influence. But the gameplay is the same. It just works clear. Better damage versus clear. There we go. Spread that beautiful electricity. Oof. Let me just do this. No buffs, of course. I will be using some buffies. Maybe at least Nourish. I do have Nourish on my Ember. This guy's not taking any damage. I think I have to use Nourish. Okay, he died. Never mind. With Nourish, you're going to spread viral and electricity into the enemy radius. Clear is going to be much better. You're going to complement electricity a little bit more. Beautiful. This guy. Oh, he despawned. Spin, spin. Goodbye, Doolies. All these guys. 300 kills. No effort. Just Nourish. Electricity, influence, all that stuff. Sentinel is only here for survivability, that's it. He isn't doing anything, he doesn't have the weapon. He's just looking at enemies like that. I'm like, whoa. What's happening? Big bro. Another melee influence, yes, I know. Another melee influence. There's nothing we can do about it. Until they revisit melee weapons or buff existing arcanes for melee. Because right now, 80 to 90% of the time is going to be influence. Then exposure, then some like faraway world is going to be duplicate, and the freaking, what is it called again? Afflictions. Need to use some buffies for better clear. I saw a red crit of 47. Oh my god. Fall through is so horseshit on this weapon. I wish we had a mod that increases follow through. That would be amazing. If you don't wanna like change melee, just give us a follow through mod. That will be so good. It will fix a lot of weapons. Influence is still going to be used, but we do have players that despise influence. And those players are going to, you know, rather pick that over influence. There he is. Okay, let's see against Ekiman. There's no point of using Nourish, but whatever. I will use my first ability so I can kill him quicker. And goodbye, Ekiman. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's it. That's the melee influence. That's the Kuva Shildeg build. Time for me to leave. And be right back. And there you go. The Kuva Shildeg is good. It is. The falter is the problem. Everything else on it is good. Before people ask, what about Slam Kuva Shildeg? It sucks. Use anything else. It just sucks. It's not that good. It's not good for gas build or toxin build, for affliction build or heavy crit slam build. All that stuff sucks. Just use a better slammer. But yeah, that's it. That's the weapon. Those are the builds. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. Leave a like and sub. And of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.